What's up, El Paso? Welcome back to this week's episode of Annie's Adventures and Friends. I'm here at Star City Studios, beautiful studio and gallery. If you guys have never been, I highly encourage you guys to come and check it out. I have some beautiful guests today. I cannot wait for me to introduce them to you. So without further ado, let me go on and switch the camera and introduce you to who I'm gonna be talking to today. All right, ladies, how are y'all doing today? That's you. Awesome. I have Mary Lou, Dr. Tyner, and Bree with EP Dentistry for Kids. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I appreciate your time. Yes, absolutely. I have artist Adrian Lopez. Thank you for joining me. Texas Hart. Oh, I love you so much. I just saw you this last week at Barbed Wire Open Mics. Another awesome event that happens here, so El Paso, go and follow him. He has got some exciting news coming up. I can't wait to hear, and neither will you, El Paso. And stay tuned to the very end, because then he's going to be playing 2 songs for us. Thank you. No pressure. All right. Casey and JJ, how are you guys doing today?
Good.
Thank you guys so much for joining me. As you guys know, Casey, she is my one and only hairstylist of forever. With deep cuts, and then you guys have a really cool podcast called MonoSteroVideo. All right, so we're going to go on and learn about that and your upcoming episodes. So thank you guys so much for joining me. All right, okay, so let's go on and dive in. I'm also going to ask you guys, what type of marketing do you do, what works for you, and if you have any tips or advice for businesses out there. Okay, so let's go on and start. All right, how you guys doing?
Hi.
All right, Texas Hart.
Texas Hart.
Texas Hart. So, what's up? You've been on my show before. Thank you so much for joining me here at this new location. I saw you last Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday playing at Mona Bar. El Paso Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. Happens every other... it literally happens all the time, but at Mona, they have specific dates. So go on and check out their schedule. But you're going to also find amazing local talent like Texas Hart when you go and check out these events. So tell us about the type of music that you do. Where do you get your inspiration? How long have you been performing? What do you have coming up?
Yeah.
All that jazz. All that jazz.
All that jazz. So I guess I'm a pop artist. I call it pop music because I don't really know what else to call it. Have you ever heard of the band America? I've been through the desert on a horse. Yes! Yeah. It's like, yes, I'm in. That's essentially that sound is what I try to go for. That 70s, like folky SoCal pop. I call it white guy boogie.
I love it.
So like stuff like that is my sort of sound.
Okay.
I just released a song a couple weeks ago called Angel with One Wing.
Oh my God, which is why I was like, please come play that song here.
I'll play it for you at the end.
Yes, it's so good.
Song of mine, yeah. And I have a music video coming out for that at this weekend. It's super fun, just super cheeky.
Are you gonna be dancing?
No.
No? Why I say that is because like he makes these real. If you follow him on social media, which you have to, like, dude, I love it because you're just so open and like I love to watch you dance. When you put your dance videos on there, it's like, oh man, yeah. Like what is it?
Yeah. Well, I used to. Okay, now that you mention it, I used to hula dance because I'm from Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
And so my mom, that's actually how I got into performing.
Okay.
My mom, I was 3 years old, and my mom, she had this hula group called Leilani and the Royal Islanders.
Nice. Leilani?
Leilani is her
What
name.
a beautiful name.
Yeah. She's beautiful. And since 3 years old, she like pushed me out in front of the stage and was like, go! And then
figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of just learned to swim, and so I have dancing in my background and stuff, but I've kind of focused just more on the writing music and singing, songwriting, all that stuff. But I do love to dance. I did there's that song by Jungle called back on 74, and they have that dance, and I tried to do that.
Yeah,
it was
it's
like
so
okay. It was like okay. Looking back at it now, because when I did it at the time, I was like, oh my god, this is great. I'm sexy. But then like I look back at it like after some time passed, and I was like, solid. Yeah, I was like, solid 6. Give myself a
Like you go on your Snapchat
Oh my God.
years ago. You're like,
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. We don't talk about the past. And yeah. So I might do some more dancey stuff like that, and just just
Have fun with it. That's what I love. That
yeah.
you. It's so obvious you have fun with it. Is my point. And your music is so good. I remember seeing you
Thank you.
like a few years ago for the first time. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? Like, are you from El Paso? Are you just passing through, or what is happening right now? Because I never heard of you before.
Yeah.
When did you start performing?
I didn't start taking like I said, I was a hula dancer. I grew up in Hawaii. I moved here in 2010. I was 13, halfway through 8th grade, and actually, funny enough, this year 2024 marks the year that I've spent just about since 2010. I've spent just about on and off here in El Paso ever since. And this year marks the year that like I have spent just as much time here in El Paso that I have in Hawaii. And it wasn't until I like, here's the story, is that like back in Hawaii, my friends and I, we would all we would all during recess, like everyone would have ukuleles and stuff, and we'd all just like be spending recess like jamming out.
Oh, that's cool.
That's just how we. That's just like how we did it, And,
Yeah, just
right,
good old
like,
recess.
literally. And
We played hacky sack. I don't know.
Right.
That sounds way cooler.
we were the background music for the
that's
hacky
awesome.
sack. Go! But then I moved here to El Paso, and obviously it was so different, and it was such a flip. It was such a
Culture shock and everything.
yeah,
Like,
culture
it's
shock. It was like a geographical thing, like it was crazy. And so I moved, and I was halfway through 8th grade, and I didn't really know how to make friends, so I mean I brought my ukulele to school, and I just like started
Oh, cool.
doing what I did. Yeah, people were like gravitated towards me, and I started making friends that way.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So if you ever need friends, go pick up an instrument. Grab a harmonica, just play. But then as I got into high school and going into college, I started taking music more seriously, and just doing stuff like that. I moved to Boston for a little bit. I was in Boston for 2 years. I went to Berkeley. That was a great time. And then I dropped out. I moved to Nashville for a year, and that was great.
I bet.
Yeah.
For a musician.
Yeah, total. It was crazy. And then I moved here to El Paso back in 2019. I've been here ever since, and I've moved back here because I figured like going places like Boston and Nashville and all that stuff. That's great. Like going to a great music school, going to Music City, USA. That's wonderful. But I figured if I was actually gonna be a musician, like, and taking my career seriously, I wanted to at least start that journey here in El Paso, and pay homage. I've been working on this album that I'm working on now. I've been working on it since 2017. Worked on it a little bit in Boston. I worked on it a little bit in Nashville. And then I moved back here, but I moved back here really to pay homage to this city and the people in this city. There's no talent like El Paso talent.
Thank you. I've
Nowhere
been saying
else.
that forever.
Yeah.
Yes, the artists, the musicians,
Yeah.
it's incredible.
It's like just unmatched, unparalleled. It's so crazy. Like, and I mean, I'm not just saying that to be biased towards El Paso.
But you've lived around and
You know.
you've been, yeah. So
Yeah. But
you've experienced.
yeah, there's no place like here in El Paso, and for like any type of music, I mean, it's crazy. So I was like, okay, if I'm gonna start the journey anywhere, I'll start it here in El Paso.
Very cool.
I'm
That's awesome.
very blessed to be a part of this like community and stuff.
I love it. I love it. Well, and you're even making events for our community and things like that.
Yeah, I throw music festivals sometimes on the
Something that he
side.
does on the side. No big deal.
That's
Yeah.
a little fun project I like to put together. And
I love that though. I love it how people, I always say if you're gonna leave, go, because we all want to leave, right? But
Yeah.
bring back, because you will come back.
Yeah,
But when
always.
you do, bring back what you learned and start implementing it here, and help build us
Right,
up too.
right,
So that's really
exactly.
cool.
No, for sure.
So tell us about this album you have and the cool new thing you're doing with it.
Yes, so this album is called The Story of One. It's basically, it's just like a documentation of the last few years of my life, and the people I've met, the journeys I've been on, and just the experiences and the things I've learned and like picked up along the way, and it's, like you said, it's great music. I have great people in my band, and
What's your band?
My band? I don't have a band name. It's just Texas Hart.
Okay.
But they're great. They're great.
They're all great.
They're all
I love
great.
it.
Okay. I love you all. Okay. And so I just no, but yeah, and the music's awesome, and it's like I have this song that I just came out with called Angel with One Wing. In about 2 weeks, I'll be releasing this song called One More Dance, which is actually the first song I wrote when I got here to El Paso.
Oh, cool.
Sort of it's talking about how I left Nashville coming here to El Paso, but you want one more night with that special someone, and then at the end of every month I'll be releasing a song from that album with a music video, and in the summer then that's when the album will be released.
In entirety. And so how do people find your music?
Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Tidal, SoundCloud, Instagram. If you want to find me on Instagram,
Spell it out for them though.
Texas Hart
Yes.
1. Texas like the state, HART, the number 1.
I love it. And then, so again, and for how many months are you going to be releasing?
For the next 6 months.
6 months, and then you release the whole album.
Yes.
Very cool. And each month you want to go follow, so that way they can catch the music video per single. Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. I think that's so fun. A really cool way to release everything, and build anticipation for the whole album.
Yes.
So until then, if people are like, I need to go see this guy, where do they see you? How can they book you?
Well, okay, so I'll can I promote a couple things?
Of course.
So I'm wherever people need me to be. I don't have any gigs coming up, like personally for Texas Hart, but you can find me on Instagram if you want to book me for your birthday parties or your weddings or your funerals or your anniversaries, whatever.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I will be there, okay? with good music and good vibes and all that stuff. And I'm also in a profile band it's run by the same guys who run the Jazz Exchange.
Oh, cool. I love them.
Yeah, Abel Mireles and Candace Mireles. These guys are great.
They're amazing, yeah.
Yeah, they just started this pop cover band, basically doing the same thing, just on the pop side. And I'm one of the singers for that band. Those guys are crazy good.
Yeah, they really are.
It's almost intimidating how good those guys are. It's like essentially the same guys from the Jazz Collective that come in and to do the pop stuff, and and I'm a part of that. And actually, it's we're coming here to Star City in a couple weeks to do a video promotion. You can find the profile band. It's called the Profile Band. You can find them on borderentertainment.net.
Borderentertainment.net.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then we have a gig at the Castle Ballroom Royal Dreams Mini Expo, April 7th.
Oh, cool.
Of this year. So just keep on the lookout for that. If you guys want to book a great pop band to do
Any
all kinds
events
of-
or anything, yeah.
We're
That's
your guys.
perfect. I love it. One more time, how do they find you?
Texas Hart 1 on Instagram or anywhere else, Texas Hart and the number 1, and you can find the profile band at borderentertainment.net, and just DM any of those places and ask for a booking, and we'll be there.
I love it. And just real quick, I do understand HART, just So you don't spell H-E-R-T.
H-A-R-T.
Yeah.
Yes, like not like the heart in your body.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Did we cover it all?
Huh?
Did we miss anything?
I don't think so. I'll be playing
Yes.
a couple songs at the
So
end of
stay
this
to the
program.
end.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Adrian Lopez, how are you doing today?
Good.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
thank you so
you.
much for these awesome stickers. Look at this El Paso.
Yeah.
Look at it. Hold on. I gotta get it. I had it. I'll get it. There he is. There it is. I love it. Beautiful artwork.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So tell me, how long have you been doing? Because you do large scale murals. You do canvas. I love your shirt, by the way.
Oh,
I keep
thanks.
wanting to say Sana Calita de Mana.
It is.
It's so cool.
So this was one of the designs that I did.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this is one of the designs I did for a mural, and actually this was from a mural too. And so last year was like a really great year for painting my murals last
Okay.
year. And just different grants that I was able to get, different applications that I got, and yeah, just spreading from my city,
I
from
love
the inside
it.
out.
So you're from El Paso?
Yeah, born and raised here, and it's been beautiful. Like right now, I've been doing art for as long as I could pick up a pencil.
I bet. Yeah.
And I was really blessed to just have a mom that pushed it. Like
Shout out to moms.
yeah,
Am I right?
Because it wasn't even that she was like even into any of the art stuff either. Like it was just like
She
you
saw
know?
something you were
Yeah, it was
interested
like,
in
I
and
don't
she
want to play any
encouraged.
more sports.
Right? That's
She
not
was
for
like,
everybody.
well, you gotta do something this summer.
Sure.
So she put me in an art class, and I kind of never left. I became part of this nonprofit that was doing art classes all over the city, and going to UTEP, graduated with my bachelor's in fine arts, doing printmaking and sculpture.
Wow.
And that class that I would take as a kid then hired me. So then I became a mentor for
Oh, how cool is that?
kids across El Paso, from Fabens to Tornillo and all the way across.
That's
to,
so
Socorro and
cool.
all across El Paso.
That's
Are you
awesome.
still around that nonprofit?
Yeah,
Oh.
creative kids. Yeah,
Creative kids. Okay. Very cool.
And for over a decade, I was empowering the youth through art with them. And so after that, I got into teaching with the charter school, and it kind of just burned me out in a couple of years. But then I got into construction. And so that became my day job in construction. And so it kind of went 180, but it really opened up everything else on the other side, because it became the least responsibilities I had at
Oh, wow.
a job.
Okay.
Because when you're teaching, like
And with students
you're
and-
never turned off.
Yeah.
You're never turned off. And so a lot of that came home, and a lot of that got heavy
Sure.
on trying to be with everything else, family. And so getting the labor job opened up all the art side, because I could come home, we follow the sun, so we get out by 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I'm getting home, and I have time to be with my family. I have time to make art. I have, time to just
Be you. Yeah.
And so it actually happened right as the pandemic happened. So I became non-essential. I became or essential, whatever it is. whatever it was. I got to keep working. I got to keep working.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because it was like, oh shit, I am essential.
I am essential.
That's what this feels like. Okay.
I'm essential.
And so it was good. It was just like that balanced everything out that year, And I was able to get a grant from MCAD from El Paso,
Oh, they're so cool.
where I got to create a hanging sculpture that's at Clardy Fox Library. And it was the most hands-off project I ever had, because I just designed everything. I sent it off to fabricators. I had to hire contractors to install it. And so during that year and a half almost that it took, because it was like a lot of weird stuff with just being able to get in and out of places, I just had like an itch to make, because I had this thing, but it was like I wasn't making it, And so around my hood, there's just been walls that I've been looking at since, forever, because I grew up in the Escalate area, and my mom still lives there, and now I live a little bit closer to Fox Plaza, so I'm still in that space. And I started seeing this wall, and I was like, I just need to go paint. And then there's this wall I wanted to hit
Itching, yeah.
at Delta, right where it hits Fonseca. And
Ooh, yeah.
so I just knocked on that lady's door, and I was like, you know, can I paint a mural on your wall? She was like,
Right.
for free? Go ahead.
Aw.
And so after that, I started planning it out, and it was kind of the first one that I took on by myself, and it really just kind of checked my ego really quick because I was like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna have it done by this date, and it's gonna be awesome. And that day came, and it was just like, all right, this is not happening. Like, this is gonna be way longer. The wall's crazy porous. I'm figuring out things that, like, I don't have enough time in my day to get as much as I want, because I was doing everything after work. So I would go on like Sundays, or you know, I would trip if I had a long day, I would go like an hour, 2 hours, and I had to start figuring out like, okay, I can do one color today, and just knock out a layer, you know, and another color today and knock out another layer. But what that did is it gave me what I really wanted, which was, I didn't want X amount of murals. I wanted a process of painting murals. Like, I wanted to do this for a long time. Like,
art of it.
I just want to have a wall to go to and paint.
Yeah.
And so when I got it and it started stretching out, I had this schedule where the Sunday neighborhood was seeing me.
Yeah.
So then they started stopping. So then they started bringing me burritos. So then they started, like, just thanking me for what I was
Adding
doing.
to the
You
community.
know,
That's
the people that would walk by and catch me in the morning because I would get there as early as I could, or you know, the Sunday cruising that would happen going to Escarate, like all of that got built up.
That's cool.
And it was like, yeah, I want to keep this going. So the bigger journey is to get from that core out as dense as I can with just rich, bright, bold color. And you know, that was the first one. I got to do another one on Fonseca last year that I also got an MCAD mural for, that I got an application done for. And that was the Sana Sana. There's this long wall, and like a lot of our walls in El Paso, they're not, you know,
Not so tall.
they're not big old skyscrapers that we have, you know, and so it's just a cinder block wall about 5 foot, but it's long.
Perfect.
And I was like, man, I had been working off of bichos for a while because my mom, you know, would always say them, and it was always something that just kind of like felt good, you know. And that neighborhood is very much an older neighborhood, and so there's a lot of elderly people that live there, and it was a way to pay them respects, you know, but pull it out so that all of our youth could still.
You did Vista del Sol.
I did.
Oh, I love
I
it.
did.
Vista
Yeah.
del Sol. Vista del Sol Environmental Science Academy.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
They won our Caring for Community second
wow.
place
That's
award.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so that was another, it was just good ones that have been connecting to different stuff, you know, and
I've been keep hearing this saying lately, when one door opens, another one opens. Yeah.
completely,
Right?
completely. And it's just like these relationships continue to expand, all of them. So Socorro, you know, SISD started a program a few years ago where one of their heads of their art department, she got them to hire
Oh, you're
local
right.
artists.
Yeah.
And that was a big move because they hired like 12 muralists that year.
That would Andy.
And I think
Yeah.
for the last couple of years. And so I was one of those first artists that got in there. And being able to get in there was just like, okay, the next year, you know, that was one school where they had a conference or a meeting, and then another principal sees it and
And
goes,
just spreads.
oh, we got funding this year. Can I get that guy that did that school?
That's a cool way to tie in with the youth, right?
Yeah.
Like to
Oh,
get them to
yeah.
connect.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And I'm always trying to find ways to do that more. You know, like when I was in the schools, it was cool because they were asking me like when I wanted to work, and so it was still like after my work hours. So I was getting there right when the kids were, you know, getting ready to go. And they were like, is that going to be a problem? And I'm, no, let them come by, let them see, let them ask, whatever.
Yeah.
And they do, you know,
Yeah.
and they love it. And they
They're
love
curious.
to ask, and they love to see what
start
gets
inspiring
transformed. And
some.
what's, oh, I see a rabbit now. I see a cactus now. What's that going to be up there? And you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait.
Yeah.
And so it's a cool back and forth that you know, I've been able to continue to get while I paint murals out in the city. Like, I just finished one in Segundo Barrio, and that was my first time painting one down there.
Oh, dope.
And man, that community, that's
Well,
what you
dude,
get.
but you're also like in with the OGs when you're
Yeah, for
downtown.
sure.
The OG murals, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what felt so good about all
Yeah.
that, you know, like just being a part, another little piece of something that's already so rich.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, I got my little stamp.
That's
in
who we
there.
are. That's our culture, our history. Yeah.
Completely.
I love
and
it.
it's crazy too, because you don't really feel like as the artist, you know, doing public artwork, you don't feel a lot of it until you do, you know, from individuals who just, oh, you did that, you know, and then it's like it's just this crazy
Connection,
light.
like,
Yeah, it's just this crazy
spark,
light that
yeah.
happens, because then it's just like boom, 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 boom.
And then it's the connections
Yes,
and,
completely.
oh, you know, I know someone, or maybe I need a mural or anything like that. That's so cool, man.
You know, just residential. You know, there was a lady that reached out to me on Schuster, and oh my God, and Florence, and she had seen my Fonseca mural because she gets her nails done by a friend that's off of that exit, and so she reaches out to me on Instagram, and she's like, I got this wall. It's got, you know, beautiful access to the public on the outside. We want to do this, and this. Perfect. So we meet up. I give her an idea. She's like, oh, okay, well, maybe not people on this one, but everything else feels good. More of the plants, more of the hummingbirds. Cool. We do all that, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece that just like wraps around this house.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
And having it range from, you know, the school district to someone's home to, you know,
A major intersection.
the environmental service department, who had me paint their logo and a giant dozer on the side of one of their groundwater tanks. You know, like that was awesome. That was awesome. You know, like it was just all these different people reaching out to a service that I'm able to provide. You know, like with it starting in my neighborhood was me trying to figure out, how do I use my superpower for us here? You know, how do I feel better about when I bring my kids down Fonseca coming home?
Yeah.
You know, like just in our hood, I want to feel better getting home from work, from everything, like just. And so all of my references are my family. You know, so Fonseca's my wife. You know, holding out flowers, giving gratitude to all the madres there, and you know, this one was my son at Del Norte Courts Motel. He's got a bunch of murals wrapped around all his motel.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it is. And then, so my daughter's another one on Little Flower, off of Alameda and the Playa Drain Trail, because my mom lives off of that neighborhood. And
Oh, she gets to see her baby girl. all the
yeah,
time,
I was
man.
like, I had to put my little flower on Little Flower right there, and
That's so beautiful,
So
man.
so that's kind of like the space, and that's kind of what I want to expand more on. You know, I'm looking for more walls. You know,
El Paso, listen up.
And I'm also looking for people who are interested, you know, not only in sponsoring, whether it's wall or material or anything like that, but even just interested in donating their time. If they want to learn how to paint murals too, I've been able to do Love Your Block. And Love Your Block, I got connected with a lot of volunteers that were just interested in art and painting. And 2 of those volunteers I got to hire later on to paint the Sheehan mural.
Just passing it forward.
Yeah, and it was
pay
like,
it forward.
yeah, and now I got this
That's
guy
so cool,
that's
man.
been working with me since, and just because he wants to learn and get better
Just
at it.
curious.
And so I'm always looking for more of those people, you know, because I have something valuable to share and continue to grow in, but at the same time, I also have enough to teach someone else. So being the teacher and the student at the same time is important to me.
That's a good balance for you.
Yeah,
Huh? Are
it
you a
just-
Libra?
No, Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorn for sure.
That's awesome, man. That's super cool. So how do people find you? How do they reach out to you?
Yeah.
How do they collaborate? How do they donate their time or material? All that jazz. How do they find you?
So it's Adrian Lopez, everything. It's twice. It's Instagram, Facebook, Gmail, my website, adrianlopez.com.
So your name twice, Adrian Lopez, Adrian Lopez. I like that.
Yeah, I didn't want to have
Just
any
so you don't
numbers next to it.
forget.
I didn't want to have any numbers.
Just do something different.
I couldn't get Texas Hart.
You just I love it. So real quick, fellas, because I did forget to skip real quick. I want to know what ways do you guys market, what works for you, and do you have any tips or advice for artists out there? Do you get art or music?
Well, I actually just thought of something. I would love to hit you up and see if we could like maybe do an event, like go find some place, get approved for it, like a wall or something.
Yeah,
and,
that would be
go out
awesome.
there, you do some.
I
stuff
love too, real quick, how the artists in our community are like, dude, so they're doing so much awesome grant work with MCAT and stuff.
absolutely.
Like, there's a way,
Yes.
you know what I mean, to
Yeah,
get
there's
the
support.
There's
Right.
support.
yeah.
People are open to the art, especially when it's coming from you.
Yes.
You know.
And you know what? I love like so cool to hear that story about like you doing a wall and like just over time people come and bring you burritos.
Yeah.
Like, is that how that works?
That's what ended up being like the part where, like I was saying, that it checked my ego, right? Because it was just like, "Ching, God, like I'm never gonna finish this wall." But then it became like support,
They
literal
appreciate
support
it,
from the
yeah.
community. That was like, "I'm gonna finish this wall.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing."
Isn't that
It's
cool,
like,
man? That's,
yeah, and
oh
they're
my
just
god.
like loving it.
Feeding off of it, right? And that's as artists, that's what it is. Like, feed off that energy.
So
I
that
love
kind that's priceless, man.
Yeah, big
so
time.
cool.
Big time.
So
That's
real
gonna keep
quick-
it going.
What type of marketing do you do? And tips and advice.
Just the normal like social media, all that stuff, pushing stuff out, going to events and hosting events and all that stuff. Honestly, if I have any advice for anybody, it's like, don't be afraid of
Just do it.
of what you have to put out. Like, you know, like just do it. And like it's like honestly and having that kind of thing as like the helm of it, you know, we're all like just trying to make it in the world and all that stuff, you know, and that's all great. But having that kind of energy, like the bigger picture, having something bigger than yourself to strive for, or that you're at least contributing to, you know, however big or small your part is. Like, I mean just like that's like that timeless stuff is like as artists, it's like, you know, you might die like being Van Gogh for all, like my dad always told me that, like, you know, Van Gogh, you know, son, Van Gogh only sold one painting his whole life. Yeah, thanks, Dad. You know, but I mean, like, but anyway, no, but it's like when you have that as like at least the ultimate mission. I mean, you know, like then that's that kind of timeless stuff, you know, that's that gift that keeps on giving. That's that thing that just filters into generational things, you know. That's like, I mean, that's like really inspiring. It actually makes me want to cry. Hey,
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. That's your tip. And for you?
I love it. I think, you know, the social media stuff is probably the most basic stuff on it, but I'm in this space where I'm trying to figure out the murals. The murals are their own marketing, right? Because they're out in public space. But the beautiful thing about murals is they're not selling you anything, right? And so they're more of a celebration of who we are, because everybody sees it and reads it and feels it their own way, tells their own story, goes by a certain day and catches whatever. And so I'm trying to find more of that. Like, how do I find more ways that are marketing, but use them more to celebrate us. And the murals are the main way. The stickers are another thing I'm doing. I design shirts with a third party from a website where they print and ship to order, and so all of that just continues to build and recycle the art and just
Get it
till
out
I
there.
can't do it no more. And that's the bigger goal.
Awesome.
We'll talk after.
And do you have any tips or advice for artists out there?
I had a question a little while back with somebody reaching out to me about just starting a mural, or how do you get a mural or a wall or anything. And it was really just as simple as knocking on the door and asking for.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, so
Just do it.
Just go. And I mean, just keep making.
Yeah.
I can't not make, and I hope if anyone else is feeling that they just do.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Ladies.
Yeah.
How you doing? That was awesome, right? Daily dose of art. I love it.
Love it.
So thank you guys so much for joining me. I have Mary Lou, Dr. Tyner, and Bree. Thank you all. EP Dentistry for Kids. You guys, I am like seeing you literally everywhere on social media right now. I have a big soft spot in my heart for nonprofits, anything to do with kids. So I follow a lot of them, and you guys are having a really neat event that I'm going to let you guys talk about. But it's voting time right now. 3 lucky nonprofits are going to be the winner of your all's 3 prizes.
Yes.
So just take it away. What do you guys have going on? What's happening? How many locations do you have? All that jazz.
Oh my gosh, yes. The biggest thing and the thing that we're most excited for right now is our Caring for Community campaign. That is for nonprofits. So we're essentially in the 4th round. We started it in 2022, so it's year 3 now.
And you do it twice a year.
Yes.
Okay.
2022, we did it once.
Awesome.
We did it once because we started towards the
Sure.
end of the year.
So
Green
20
Hope Project, that's a nonprofit
Love them.
organization. They won the first award, which was $10,000.
Okay.
Then the next round, we did it again the following years. Just a couple of months later, it felt like right away in the spring of 2023. We then did our next round, but then now we were kind of like, let's spread the love.
Sure.
Let's do three winners because
Okay.
the way we do the Caring for Community is kind of like the Best of El Paso nominations voting, like, hey, El Paso, like, this is what we're doing, nominate your favorite nonprofit. So like you mentioned, right now we're in our voting round, and it's all through our website, or you can catch it through our social media. On social media, you'll find us EPD4K, and you'll get the link there, link in the bio. Link in the post on Facebook. So we start off there with the nomination round, like, hey, we try to get the word out as best as we can to all nonprofits. But as we've done it multiple times a year, like, nonprofits learn about it. They're like, hey, I want to join in.
It's so cool to see the nonprofits advertising for the votes to get the votes.
Yes.
They all need it, y'all.
But we don't want, it's so hard. Like, yes, we're a business. We do support. I mean, this all started from we're big in supporting the community. We partner with so many schools, organizations. There's a run that we sponsor, and I mean, it does get our name out there. So, like, talking about marketing,
Sure, that's a great way.
That's the best.
Giving
way.
to the community. Yeah,
Exactly. Just being involved, like giving back. So that's where it all started. Like, hey, how can we give back? And then at the same time, you're promoting, like, you get somebody to share, like, hey, I don't know, a friend of yours who likes, I don't know, Adopt a Mom El Paso. That's another one.
love them.
Yes.
I love all the nonprofits you post. I know every time when we did our spot, I was like, yes. I was freaking out for all of them.
This is me. And again, we're like, oh yeah, when you don't really you're not familiar with nonprofits or a lot of this, like,
But this is an
world.
excellent way to do that.
Yes, you're like the most common or the big ones, like, pop into your head. But
Who?
then you learn.
Papa Deerhead.
No, pop into your head.
Oh, Papa Deerhead. I was like, who is that? I've never heard of that nonprofit.
Center
My
for
bad.
Children.
sorry.
like prices, you know, like which are amazing.
Sorry.
Wait, did you say Papa Deer Head?
No. It popped into your head. I'm sorry.
I understand what you said.
No, but yeah, the ones that automatically taught mind awareness.
And again, they're amazing. Like they're just amazing. But then we started, we
Learning. There's so many more
Yes.
others that we don't know about in our community.
Yes, like small ones that are maybe just starting, and they do so many, like so much good work.
Absolutely.
With everything like creative that you mentioned,
Creative
bringing
kids.
art, creative kids. Again, like it's the first time I hear about it, so I'm like, oh my god, for our next round, so they know. But anyways, yes, we started doing it twice a year. So
Okay.
now again, this is the fourth one. So you guys still have time to
Yes.
submit your vote. Right now, we have 9 nonprofits that have made it into the voting round.
Yes.
So which are, let me tell you who to give them their
Shout
their
out.
shout outs. Yes.
And you have till Friday.
We have till Friday, yes.
5 p.m.
One nomination per email. So I always tell them, like, vote with your work email, your school email, your email that you had when you were 13.
We all have at least 3. Don't lie.
Get it in there, share it, friends, family, everybody. So we have Autism Hope El Paso, who's a finalist. We have Lee and Beulah Moore Children's Home. We also have Communities in Schools El Paso.
I had never heard of them before.
Communities in Schools El Paso, I didn't know they were a nonprofit organization, and again, but there's CIS for short. There's a CIS coordinator in almost every single school in El Paso.
Oh, wow.
No matter across every district, SISD, EPISD, kind of like everywhere.
Okay.
And they're implanted in the school, and they're pretty much like part of the staff, but they're just from communities and schools, and they help in enriching students' lives and helping them, stay in school.
Okay.
There's the El Paso BYAA, which is the Border Youth Athletic Association.
Ooh, I like that.
So a lot of times, as parents, we're like, oh my god, getting in sports, and it's expensive. You're like, you need to find something.
Or
for
they're
your
not
kid.
interested.
Or
They don't want to play, bro. Like try something tech, play some music, draw some art, like do something else. But figure it out, right? Because there's not a kid without an interest.
Or just accessibility. Like it's just like, no, it's too expensive. We can afford it.
Sure.
Or, what we're working. They have a
Soccer moms where you're like trucking them everywhere and dropping them off at 5 games. And
so we have them, CASA, court-appointed social advocates for children, CASA del Paso. Again, they made it. Again, they do amazing work. The ARC El Paso, I barely learned of them with this round, but they do help people, children and adults with special needs.
that's awesome.
Anything. Boys and Girls Clubs of El Paso, Fab Lab of El Paso, which is STEM. Are you familiar with them? Yeah, STEM, technology, all that. And then Gold Out El Paso.
Yes.
Gold Out El Paso. They were in
excellent.
one of your podcasts.
Yeah, they're awesome. I've done a Chico scavenger hunt with them before too.
Nice.
Get the word out on Child Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
But I mean, like I said, I love them all. It's super hard to choose and vote for just one because you want them all to.
There's 3 winners.
Yeah, and that person like, oh my goodness, so many, and then only one will get the full. Okay, let's try. First place gets 5,000, so we still have the 10,000.
Yeah.
But first place will get 5,000, second place will get 3,000, and third place will get 2,000.
Excellent.
But still, we're like, maybe we'll do 5 winners. Actually,
Changes out the bet.
You guys are so sweet. We just want to help them all.
and yeah, so we're rooting for every single one of them.
But the choice is up to you, El Paso.
Yes, like the mayor nomination, like I even say like everybody can vote. You don't have to be like associated with them. Just support them. Like
Yes.
if you don't know, like we tag them in our social media. Like go into their
And that's a
pages,
great
see what
way
they do.
too. A lot of people may not have. I mean, right now, 2024. Am I right out there? Come on. A lot of people have the funds out there to maybe donate like they would like to. But this is an excellent way to support your communities, your nonprofits, and it just takes a click. You're already on the freaking phone or the
Exactly.
computer. Take 2 seconds. Step outside of your scrolling and click on the bio and then go vote. And again, we have till this Friday, the 15th at 5 p.m. to get your votes in. You get to vote 3 times. Is that right?
Well, yes, pretty much. We have today your daily vote for Wednesday, Thursday,
Once a day.
and
Yeah,
Friday.
once a
Friday.
email.
Yeah,
Once a day per email.
Your
Perfect.
mom's email and your grandma's email.
Take everyone's phone and do it. Yes, I love it.
Yeah, and then from there it'll take some time to gather all the numbers and everything, find out who the winners are. But I think next week Wednesday we'll be announcing
Wow.
our winners.
1 week from today. Oh,
Yeah.
exciting.
And then on the 29th, right? 29th, it's Friday.
Yeah.
March 29th, Friday, we'll be hosting a check handoff event.
Oh, how cool.
So we'll definitely be inviting the community. We'll post it on our socials. It'll be at our Northeast location. our Northeast
Ooh,
office
the
on
brand
Denver.
new remodeled location.
Yes.
Wash out.
So, yes, we do this caring for community, right? But we're EP dentistry for kids. We have to
That's the word too.
We're a dental office for kiddos. So we have 3 locations: East Side, Northeast, and West Side. So
Oh, perfect. You're spread out for everybody.
Yes,
I love
yes. So yeah, this time around, our Dyer location gets the spotlight. We're hosting the check handoff event. We already hosted it, our first one at Zaragoza.
Okay.
Last year we hosted it at Mesa.
So
And
this year is Northeast, and it's awesome. I was just there not too long ago. You guys have like a really cool, and we were just talking about this before the show started. Like, I wish when I was a kid, I would have gone to dentist's office like they have now. Like what you guys have, I wouldn't be afraid of going to the dentist. You know what I mean? Like, or going to the eye doctor, because it was like always like a very sterile and like don't touch anything, like brights and scary situation. But when you go here, I'm like I am having fun coloring by numbers, and I'm 40. But so there's activities for the kids to do. There's a jungle escape room. I'm not sure if that's what it's called. Jungle gym, yeah. And then you even have like cool old Atari games, like the video games. I mean, and it's free to play these games. I'm just saying, throwing it out there. All you gotta go do is take your kiddos to the dentist, which they gotta do anyways. And so if you're interested or you're looking for a place, check out EPD. Number 4 kids, and tell them I sent you. And what are the ages that you guys cater to?
We see children as young as 6 months old, and then through age 20.
Oh, perfect, excellent. And how do they find you guys?
So on our social, we have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Oh my gosh, when I do career day presentations at schools, they love to hear all about our Twitter. I was thinking TikTok. Yeah. Do you guys do the dances? I'm like, yes. So yeah, social media, EPD4K on our social media, EP Dentistry for Kids on Facebook, our website. I mean,
everywhere. And so what type of marketing do you guys do? And do you have any tips or advice for businesses out there? No pressure.
First, I would say first and foremost is being involved in the community. Being active with the community. That's like the easiest way and economical way to get your name out there.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So of course, definitely that. Bree, myself, and Bree, we're the community relations specialists. We're not marketing. We're not marketers. It's really just community outreach. We do a lot of work with schools, elementaries, daycares, where we go and just talk all day to students about their teeth, and then we
That's
show
really
them the
cool,
nasty
though.
videos and pictures of like, this is what happens when you don't brush your teeth. I know, because I have 2 little girls, and they don't. It doesn't go like you gotta brush them twice. Yeah, you just woke up. It smells.
It's so funny because we tell them, we ask them like the first thing to kind of have like an icebreaker, like did everyone brush your teeth? And then you'll see half the class kind of like, I'm covering there.
Yeah, the other half's just like.
Or some of them say like, I haven't brushed my teeth in like a month.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god! Like they're so honest.
They just want their toothbrush. Yeah, the toothbrush check from the parents. Doesn't always work, folks. Awesome.
Yes, we're on social media. I mean, our biggest outlet is social media.
Okay.
I love it. As part of our community relations role, Bree and I, we handle the social media pages. So
I was making
Instagram.
the doctors do TikTok.
That's fun.
I think we just need those reels where you're like, oh, the marketing girls over there. I don't. Or oh my gosh, Mary Lou's here.
Here they go. They're hiding from us.
Somebody.
I love it. So then, do you guys have any tips or advice for businesses out there?
I would honestly say, just like you mentioned, get out there, do it, go for it. I mean, social media can be scary because you're like, okay, what comments am I gonna get? Is it gonna get negative comments, or is it gonna criticism? And is it even gonna get any views? It only got 1 like. And then you go into the analytics and oh my god, for it to do good, I'm supposed to be posting 3 times a week, or no, forget about it. Don't even think about it. Be authentic and kind of just go out there. Hey, this is the product. This is what I do. Earlier through Leo.
Through who? Through who? Oh my God.
We were just at your lunch and learn, and I loved that you guys mentioned there's a story behind everything. There's a story behind everything. If your website is okay, dental, we see kids and this and that. There's a story behind okay, well, how did you get into it, or just
tell the story.
Yeah. Just exactly how we've been hearing about you guys.
I love it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid, El Paso. Number 1 piece of advice: just do it. Just get out there and do it, right? Just do it. Brought to you by Nike. Not kidding. Just kidding. All right. Did we cover everything? So we have our event coming up. That's what we really wanted to push. Is there anything else? 3 locations around town for your kiddos. They are fun. They are fun.
Yes.
Fun.
We've been voted best dentist.
Not to brag. Yeah, I love it.
Best kid-friendly dentist, best pediatric dentist, best
Dang,
of the
that's
border.
awesome.
I mean, the best of the border award, best of El Paso, best of the city.
For a reason, yeah?
Yes.
I
yes.
love it.
So check out reviews, mommy groups. Yeah.
They love them. So that means you will too, El Paso. Go on, check them out. EPD for kids and tell them I sent you. 4K. 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 But my bad. The website is the same too.
EPD4K. Yeah.
4K.com.
EP Dentistry for Kids.
Nice.
And then EPD4K.
EPD4K.com.
Easy peasy. I love it. Awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
All right. No pressure. You guys ready? By the way, strong bolo game, and I love it. And I appreciate it, and I'm here for it. Thank you so much for joining me, Casey and JJ. MonoSteroVideo podcast, brand new podcast you guys have. When did you guys start your podcast? What is it about? How do we find you? I've been listening. It's so funny. I love it. Yes. I can't wait for your next episode. It's coming out soon. So tell us all about it. Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, next episode. MonoSteroVideo came out of... I'm a songwriter, producer, and a DJ myself, and I do music stuff. And I've been on this podcast for my music stuff.
Yes, sir.
So with that, I was doing a DJ show for this company called TPG Radio. Shout out to my friend Luis Mota. It was based out of Spokane, Washington.
Oh wow!
But Luis is from here. Mm-hmm. He used to co-own Tricky Falls and Bowie Feathers and stuff as well. Mm-hmm. He's on tour right now with this band called Botch and Russian Circles. Mm-hmm. So if you're out there watching Botch and Russian Circles, if you see Luis, say hi. I don't know if you know what he looks like, but
but
But he moved up to Spokane. They were starting a studio and an online radio station, so I did DJ there. And it ended up being that online radio doesn't make a lot of money, so you know, it was one of those things. They had to stop that, but they converted.
God, sorry.
And they converted to podcast, and they were like, we know you want to talk about shit, and I talk a lot, so I started the MonoSteroVideo.
Yes.
And it was just, it's my excuse to talk. I like movies, and I do music, and I like movies, so it's my excuse to talk about music and movies. And Casey jumped on like midway.
I love, that's my favorite thing to do is watch movies besides cutting hair.
We watch movies and we listen to the soundtracks and talk about the music and the movies on that. And then Casey looks at the hair and judges how people look. And it's often true. Yeah.
I love it.
So we've been around for about a year. Tomorrow will be the 40th episode.
40th, that's so awesome.
Cool.
What's your episode on tomorrow?
Johnny Mnemonic. Tomorrow's Johnny Mnemonic. We're starting.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, we're starting.
Say no more. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're starting our cyberpunk series. Previously to that, we did the Twilight soundtrack.
Yeah, we did the saga, Twilight saga.
We talked about all of them. Casey had shown me those movies before.
Yeah. It's fun. We're not like super twihards or anything like that. Like, we like that they're so like easy to watch and make fun of. Like, it doesn't matter what part the movie's on, you just watch it. It's like, it's easy.
We like good movies and bad movies.
Yeah.
So like we did that. And prior to that, we covered all the movie music, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Oh, very nice.
Previously, like guests, I've also covered like Trainspot, like my friend Luis was on the Trainspotting episode. I don't know if you've had on anybody that's ever worked at Brainville Studios. Ross Ingram, he also runs like Sun City Kitty and stuff like that.
Cool.
So
Sun City Kitty's awesome.
Yeah, Sun City Kitty. But he's been on the podcast. This is my friend Norman. He's in a band called Belonely. So if you ever hear about a band called Belonely from Spokane, they were on the podcast. Who else? But people been on the podcast. People are gonna be on the podcast.
And
if you ever want to be on the podcast, or
Yeah,
there's
more than
a
welcome.
specific movie that you like, or a soundtrack you want to talk about,
I
like we're
like
down.
it. I am awesome. Well, and I listened to that one. What was it on the Natural Born Killers?
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
love that movie too.
Yeah.
Awesome movie.
So
fun.
yeah, it's cool. Let's just give an example of a few different episodes that people can relate to, or what like top movies. Like, oh, I need to go check this out.
My favorite's been the Lost Highway soundtrack always.
Yeah, Lost Highway is always good. A lot of the movies that I've seen, I've watched like at least 20 times, and I'll keep watching them over and over. And then I start to notice things, like I'll always catch something new no matter how many times I've seen it.
Cool.
And I'm like, ooh, I didn't notice that before. But so yeah, just there's lots of movies, like rewatch them.
That
That's,
one. The Crow soundtrack was awesome. We did The Crow. Spawn. My friend, shout out to Mikey Cifuentes. Mikey Cifuentes. That was our longest running episode. Mikey Cifuentes has the Brood Maya stream on Twitch. If you want to check him out, he's from here. They just moved out to Chicago. But he had a huge he knew everything about Spawn. It was like there's Spawn. It was fucking.
That was a wild movie.
Yeah, it was a wild movie. It was not the best movie. The Trent Reznor stuff and Atticus Ross stuff was awesome.
We're gonna be doing Hackers soon.
Yeah, we're gonna do Hackers. That's like my favorite movie.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna.
And then it's gonna be our 1 year anniversary. So next week on the 20, right? Next week.
Yeah, next week, the 21st.
Congratulations.
So yeah,
Tip Ring Sleeve. It's an event, cyberpunk party. So come dressed in your favorite.
It's Halloween.
Where is this?
At Mona.
At Mona. I love Mona.
Yeah, we know it's a Thursday, but it'll be fun. Like right before Friday.
Stop. Yeah. Who's complaining about going out on a Thursday? I say there's not enough going on. I love to go to Monday events, Tuesday events. Those are the days that there's nothing to do. Yeah, like go do something cool. Get outside yourself for a couple of hours. Go give yourself some peace outside of work or stress or anything. Go dress up, have a good time, talk music and movies with your people. And Mona is such a great location.
Exactly. Yeah, dudes are cool there. They've always been cool help. So it's gonna be we're gonna do a DJ set of soundtrack music, which is come out, listen to soundtrack songs. Mr. Woozy is also a DJ in town, and he's gonna do some like more he does gothy industrial stuff.
Okay.
And then my set at the end, I'm gonna do some like 90s, 2000s techno-y stuff.
Okay.
So we'll be there.
And this is next Thursday on the 21st.
Next Thursday, 21st.
1 year
And
anniversary.
Tomorrow, on all the streaming platforms, you can find MonoSteroVideo at MonoSteroVideo on Instagram. We don't have that much social media right now. Just Instagram. Pretty cool.
I haven't jumped on the TikTok. I can't do it.
It's so hard. And there was
I get it, man. I think I still have 200 followers, and I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm too busy watching movies to
Yeah.
make a movie.
That's awesome. A movie about you watching a movie.
There you go.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. So then, is there anything that you're looking for or asking for from the community?
I mean, just guess. Like, if you want to
Yes, if you
join.
wanna so Casey also runs Deep Cuts.
Oh my gosh, she's the best.
But she's right now.
Yeah,
Right now.
right now, I didn't want to, because I don't want to be advertising when I can't see anybody. So right now, like, my books are technically closed, just because I don't have any room to take on new clients.
Yeah.
But I am looking for, if you're a licensed stylist, a nail technician, an esthetician, there's like another part to my studio that's like another at least 12 by 12 space. Lots of room. There's plants all over the place. There's art all over
I love
the
it.
place.
The music's the best.
Yeah,
the
I play music all
conversation
day
is the
long.
best.
Like, it's super chill. Like, you can come and go as you please. Like, but yeah, I have room for at least one other person in there. So if you're looking for a place to rent a chair, like, I don't do commission just because I don't want to promise something I can't deliver as far as clients go. But if you want to rent a chair, like, more than welcome.
I love it. I love it. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, El Paso. She's fully booked right now. Lucky me. I just saw you last month, so I'm good. But follow Deep Cuts. She just changed her name. Deep Cuts.
_EP.
And when they're open, you'll let us know.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I'll advertise when I have.
And you better jump on that, El Paso. I'm not even kidding, because it's worth it. And you specialize in curly hair, coloring,
cutting. I love doing cuts. I
Mm-hmm.
love doing crazy cuts. If you want to try something you never tried before, like, I don't mind. Like, if your hair is as long as Annie's and you want to shave it all off, like,
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm always just like, just a little bit, okay? Just the dead stuff. Just the dead stuff.
I won't chop it off if you don't want to chop it off. Either. It's your hair. Yeah.
No. But she is the best. When I say that, I mean it.
Thank you so much.
So check her out. Deep Cuts, follow her. So when they are open, you can jump in. Good luck. May the force be with you. But do it. And so tomorrow we have an episode coming up.
Tomorrow episode.
21st, next Thursday, we have 1 year anniversary party at Mona.
Yeah.
And we just need you guys to go follow, support them, check them out on Instagram, go to all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah,
You're gonna love it.
at Casey is Harry.
Yeah.
I'm at _JJCABALLERO. I'm an artist and producer and stuff. But I'm having a bunch of events too, so keep up with me.
What do you got coming up?
So the 21st, we're gonna DJ there, gonna do all that. April 20th, I got a gig at 2016 Ochoa. June 6th, I got a gig at Vincent. So for the 420 gig, it's DJ night, gonna have all sorts of stuff. But yeah, June 6th, I'm working on a record too, so I'm gonna put out music.
Oh, dope.
June 6th is like a
Tag me and everything.
Yeah, I'll tag you on all that stuff. But for sure, March 21st, Tip Ring Sleep, come out. It's gonna be very fun. Listen to the podcast. Share. We got like international listeners and stuff.
We have some
That's been
people
pretty
from,
cool.
Like, Portugal,
France, things. But not enough El Paso listeners.
Come on, El Paso, show some love.
It's fun, man. Yeah, it's
like,
silly.
we're dorks.
Yeah.
We're just
It's
having
fun. Yeah. I love it. And if, just go check it out. You're gonna love it. And as always, tell them I sent you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Anybody else? Did we cover it all? Did we miss anything? We got it all. Oh my gosh, look at all these gorgeous faces. Awesome, El Paso. We did it. Another episode. And another round of amazing businesses to go check out, support, show some local love. It is up to us. 2024, I keep saying it, but it is freaking hard out there. And I need you guys. Are you hearing? Are you there? I need you guys to go support them. Annie's Adventures is 11 years doing this. I always said I would stop when people stop messaging me. You guys message me every day. I'm so internally grateful for you. But I need you to go and support local. That's what Annie's Adventures is all about. Support your local businesses, your local economy, your local community. And it will all come back, you know. That being said, I want to give a shout out to my sponsors. Look, I'm always 7. I love it. And it's gone by like this. I have a 4-month treatment plan for aligners. Smile aligners, I think it's Smile. They're the blue ones. Ooh, sorry. Anyways, I'll get the name for you. And Spark aligners. That's what they're called. But El Paso Family Dental on Wrestler. They're a sponsor of mine. They're the ones helping me out with my awesome smile. Look, I can see it. It's closing. Ah, I'm just super excited. And it's painless. It's simple. I'm getting like quick at taking them off because I'm a snacker. Y'all know me. So check them out. If you're over 20 years old and you guys need, you know, some dentistry work for you or your family, go and check them out. Tell them I sent you. I also want to give a shout out to Deadbeach Brewery. Go show some love. They have an awesome new brewery. Go check it out. It's gorgeous. Viva La Mocha. If you guys need any printing, they got you. Stickers, shirts, bags, banners, whatever it is, they have you covered. They are local. They are downtown. And we all need your love and support. So go support them. And of course, I want to give a huge shout out to Star City Studios for continually allowing me to use their beautiful studio and gallery. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate your all volunteers and your staff here. So thank you so much. And as you guys know, maybe don't know, a lot of people don't know. So that's what we're going to say this real quick. El Paso Zoo Society. I freaking love and adore you with all my heart. I know El Paso does, and it's incredibly important right now that we all educate ourselves and go to their page to find out what's happening. The city is trying to close them down. The city is trying to kick them out. We do not want that to happen. It is because of the El Paso Zoo Society that we're able to keep our money here at our zoo for our animals through the memberships and other initiatives that they have. So it is incredibly important. Please go follow them. See how you can support, how we can help change the city's mind, because I don't know what is happening with them right now. But it is for a fact that they need to wake up. And they need to get the El Paso Zoo Society back on board, renegotiate whatever it is that needs to happen, but we cannot lose them. They are an invaluable resource for our community and for our animals at the El Paso Zoo Society. So just a quick little thing on that. I love you, El Paso Zoo Society. I'm with you. Anything you need, I'm here for you. Go show some love, and thank you. Without further ado, thank you guys so much for joining. I do work at Leo Marketing. It's a local full-service marketing agency here in El Paso, Texas. We completely understand the El Paso and local area and the marketing and how to speak to our community. We are on mañana time, and we get that. If you guys are looking to elevate your marketing to the next level, please reach out to me. I would love to help any way I can, whether through TV, radio, billboard, print, online streaming, to social media. Video production is huge for us. Graphic design, photography, SEO, SEM, Google, branding, PR, events, social media influencing. Reach out to me and I'd love to help. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye. All right, El Paso, just as we promised, take it away, Texas Hart.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I was not ready.
You're ready.
Green-eyed lady calls me on the phone.
It's so good already.
Who knew a flame could burn so long? She talks me up, saying that she really wants to see me. She's not telling the man in her home. I like her boyfriend more, but I've been drinking. There's no turning back when that doorbell rings. All she's wearing is a little black satin dress. Heaven made an angel with one conversation over wine and incense. Shoulder rubbing, neck kissing to add to. She swears something in her life's been missing, that she can't get back to it. Ain't no party like a party in Sun City. Shame on whoever gave her that swing. What do I know? Now she's laying up in my bed. Heaven made an angel with one But then again, no one has answers. We learn so much, still don't know a thing. But here's to the wonder, emancipation, and a whole wide world to see. Maybe it's just one hell of a story. Maybe it's just one of those things. Just like someone made heaven. Heaven made an angel with one wing.
So good, right? I love it. Everybody loves it.
Okay, I got one more song for you guys. So that's not really a love song. It's love in there, I guess. Yeah. But this is my favorite kind of songwriting to do, and this is like those folk tales, like Bob Dylan songs, All Along the Watchtower, stuff like that. Stevie Nicks has Rhiannon, like songs, like tribute songs about just like things, not necessarily such personal stories, but just songs about other things. So I came up with this character. His name is Mr. Blue, and this song is called The Ballad of Mr. Blue. He sails on silver wings from wonderland unknown, and wanders aimlessly like wind without a home, just looking for someone somewhere he never knew. That's just the life of someone they call Mr. Blue. Some say a void is surely poisoning his soul. Others may say he's running from a holy ghost, but still he longs for a chance to get his due. That's just the life of someone they call Mr. Blue. That's just the life of someone they call Mr. Blue. street fun, or just get lost in hats and flags and smoke and guns. Your only weapon is a 6-string in your tune. That's just the life of someone they call Mr. Blue. Your fear and ego's just an obstacle, alright. But never hesitate to look him in the eye and introduce him to a world he never knew. That's just the life of someone they call Mr. Blue. That's just the life of someone they call Mr. Blue. But for some reason, Mr. Blue's never satisfied. There's always one more gamble over the borderline. Just remember to say thanks for coming through. That's just the life of someone they call Mr. Blue. He sails on silver wings from wonderland unknown and wanders aimlessly like wind without a home, just looking for someone somewhere he never knew. That's just the life of someone they call Mr. Blue. That's just the life of someone they call Mr. Blue.
Woo! I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Real quick, when's the next one coming out? Just a reminder.
Coming out in 2 weeks. The song's called One More Dance. That's not one of the ones I played, but you're gonna lose your mind.
Oh, I can't wait.
Like, really cool.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.